So first of all, for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Mayor Dan Rizzo, City of Revere, and I want to thank all of you for being here to participate in this very, very exciting Greening the Gateway Cities program. Before I just say some very, very brief remarks, I'd like to introduce some people that are here that I think should be acknowledged. We have our incoming Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Diane Kelly, with us. Dr. Percy Napier, who's the principal here at the Beachmont School. Thank you very much, Doctor. We have some city councilors with us. I see Councilor Anthony Zambuto here. City Councilor Charlie Patch. City Councilor Bob Hass. And that's it. There are other elected officials here who you'll hear from very, very shortly. So, again, I just want to thank the Secretary Matt Beaton, and his very, very capable staff, along with Commissioner Sanchez and her very capable staff, for helping make all of this possible. I think this Greening the Gateway Cities program actually has even more meaning for a city like Revere because, as many of us know, last July 28th, the city of Revere was hit with an EF2 tornado that tore through the center of our business district, 2 miles long, 3/8 of a mile wide, a storm that lasted about 4.5 minutes, but tore up not only buildings and homes and other types of infrastructure, but certainly tore up our lion's share of trees. I see our general foreman here, Paul Argenzio, with us, who can attest to the devastation that the city of Revere had to endure that day. So this is it couldn't be a more timely program that the city of Revere is participating in. And it's great to have these 5th graders here who are all moving on to middle school next year, right? So how about a nice round of applause for these kids here who are joining us for this ceremony? Very proud of them and the work they've done to get here. So I think rather than go on and talk about the program, I think it might make sense just to invite our first speaker here today, which is Secretary of Energy and Environmental Affairs, Matt Beaton. Matt, prior to taking office, a cabinet position with the governor, was a state representative out in the Worcester area. And by trade, I came to find out he's an environmental engineer. So absolutely perfect selection to be leading the Commonwealth in these type of efforts. And so without any further ado, I am very, very happy and excited to introduce your Secretary of Energy and Environmental Affairs, Matt Beaton.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Very special thank you to Mayor Rizzo for having us here today and for the kind words. And very cool to have you guys out here with us today because you guys are what it's all about. This is a great day when, on behalf of the Baker-Polito administration, your new governor and lieutenant governor. We're happy to be here with you to plant some trees in your schoolyard as you guys move on to, you can move into another school? All right, that'll be fun. So when you guys graduate from high school and come back, when you get older and you come back and look at these trees, you'll be able to remember. I remember when that was a little tree. It's going to be some big tree looking like that by the time you guys you come back. So that's pretty exciting stuff. But it is it's great to be here with you guys and here in Revere with so many great people. The mayor and my very good friend, a great man. And someone that I had the pleasure to serve with for a few years in the House, for 4 years. The Speaker, Bob DeLeo, great man. And not only is it nice to have the Speaker in your backyard, that goes a long way, but to have someone who is just a genuinely great person. The city of Revere is very lucky to have such great representation, which carries over into the Senate with Senator Petrocelli, who's here as well. Another great friend. Didn't get to work as closely being in the Senate, but we were able to work together on some things, and again, great leadership for the city. Yeah. and someone who I didn't get to spend too much time with working in the House, but again, from all accounts, another great representative for the district, Rep. Vincent. And so I quizzed the kids right before we got started of what we're here for, and you guys all answered exactly right. We're here to plant some trees. Do you guys know why we plant trees? What are some of the good things of why we'd want to plant some trees? Aside from you get to climb in them and birds live in them, and although that is one, it provides habitat for animals. How about some other ones?
Produces oxygen.
Great answer. Produces oxygen. Shade. That's a great one. Yeah. So trees provide us a lot of great opportunity to provide habitat for certain birds, provides shades for our buildings. It helps with stormwater runoff. It retains water really well. So there's a lot of great environmental reasons for us to be wanting to plant trees. One of the other really cool things, and it ties into the shade part, is it's an opportunity for us to be able to have these nice canopies and cool off the area that surrounds it. And as a matter of fact, one of the goals of the greening of the gateway cities, which is the program that we're here to celebrate today, is that it is to plant trees in 10% of our neighborhoods in gateway cities. And if we were to do that in those neighborhoods that get those trees planted, we could save up to $300 a year for every person on their electric bill just because of the shade that it provides to the houses. So that's just one of the many, many great benefits of this program, and we're very proud at EEA to really kick this program off in the city of Revere. I'd like to say a special thank you to all the great members of DCR who do the daily work to make this program happen. You guys truly are the ones that, every day get up and make these programs happen and make them such a success, so thank you. And to the city of Revere, the DPW, and all the citizens of Revere, the administration, the mayor and his entire team, the council. You guys have done a great job in responding to, in very short notice, to make this program happen in the city, so thank you all very much for your efforts. In addition, one of the things I'd like to point out in this program, because it is a very special program. Part of it is the success of it is going to be dictated by our engagement with the community. So I ask all of you to use this announcement as an opportunity to go home, tell your parents, tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell your grandma and grandpa. We need to tell as many people as possible that this program exists, and spread the word, and contact the city to help us, and contact the city or DCR to help us get the word out that folks want a tree, want to be part of the program, because that's how we're going to make it a successful program. So we're asking everyone in the community to get out, spread the word, reach out and let us know that you want a tree to help us get them out there and make this as effective a program as possible, because so far it's been quite effective. We've kicked it off in 3 cities, Fall River, Chelsea, and Holyoke. And we've been able to plant over 2,000 trees so far, and we look at that as just the beginning. And it's been an incredibly well-received program, an incredibly well-run program, a very cost-effective program with many, many ancillary benefits, and something that we look forward to enhancing under the Baker-Polito administration. So on that, I thank you all very much for being here. It is truly an honor to be here in the city of Revere, and an honor to introduce 3 folks that I call friends, and especially the next speaker, the speaker, my good friend, Mr. Robert DeLeo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Secretary, and I'd have to tell you, when Matt Beaton was selected as the Secretary of Energy and the Environment, I don't know if there was anyone who's more excited, except for Matt, of course, but myself, after dealing with him and my role as a speaker and Matt as a representative, I don't know if we spoke about so much about in terms of what's going on with the importance of open spaces, his unbelievable knowledge about energy, and in particular solar energy, that this guy had. So, and above everything and all of that, he's probably one of the most decent people that I ever served with in the House. So, Mr. Secretary, I'm so excited, first of all, of your being chosen, and secondly, I know what a great job you're going to do.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
And also, I also want to welcome the new DCR commissioner as well. We had a wonderful meeting in my office last week talking about some of the issues here in Revere, and today we had a nice walk along the beach in Winthrop. And she's also a very quick study in terms of these types of issues. And again, I think another wonderful choice by Governor Baker, and I want to welcome her to Revere and Winthrop as well too. But throughout my time in the House, I have seen a transformation of Revere. And I think it's because so many of the local groups who really love this city, and the city and state officials who recognize the immense potential of the Revere's natural resources have to offer. As a former selectman, but more importantly, as a citizen in this particular area, I know too often the benefit of open spaces, gardens, and playgrounds that are often overlooked. With projects like today, we change that. We give our children a greener place to play and a more welcoming place for friends and families to come together. Greening the gateway cities tackles a multitude of critical issues through this one initiative: reducing energy costs, beautifying our neighborhoods, and making Revere a more appealing place to live and raise a family. Massachusetts has been ranked first in the nation for its energy efficiency programs for 4 years in a row. Today, we recognize and celebrate one of the ways we are achieving that ranking. As the legislature works to address energy costs, a top priority this session, I'm especially pleased to be here firsthand to learn firsthand about the positive effects greening the Greenway Cities programs will have on families and on businesses. Again, I'd like to extend my gratitude to the Baker administration, Secretary Beaton, Commissioner Sanchez, the members of all of the DCR staff that are here today, of course the local officials in the City Council, and our Honorable Mayor, my colleague Senator Petroselli, and Representative Vincent as well, were all of us who have partnered with Secretary to help make our Greenway cities thrive. And most importantly, congratulations to the class of 2015 here at the Beachmont School, who'll be going on to bigger and better things next year. Thank you and God bless.
Up next, we would like to ask Senator Anthony Petroselli to come up and say a few words.
Morning, everyone. It's great to be here. First of all, I want to say good morning to our good friend Mayor Rizzo. There's not a more active mayor in all of Massachusetts. I tell you, Danny Rizzo is someplace in this city working on behalf of his constituents 7 days a week, all year long. You're doing a great job, Mayor. Thanks for being here. Secretary Beaton, we didn't work that closely together, as he mentioned, but we sat on the Ways and Means Committee together, and I can't tell you how impressed I was at his level of thoughtfulness and respectfulness in budget hearings throughout the course of the year on Ways and Means. So he's going to do a fantastic job. We're excited to have Secretary Beaton here today. Thank you. And as the speaker mentioned, we were walking Winthrop Beach with a commissioner this morning, and I can say how impressed I am in just 5 months' time how the Baker administration has hit the ground running and is in our communities all across Massachusetts and in my district, and I'm so pleased to have the commissioner here and the secretary really getting on the ground and doing the work that's important for the people of our district and of Massachusetts. Commissioner, thank you very much. And I won't bring up the plovers. Please do, as the speaker says. Everyone's working on it for those at home. But this is a great day. We are blessed to have this program here in Revere. I'm very grateful for this program, helping out for all the reasons stated by the previous speaker. We're blessed to have such a great staff at DCR. I just want to say thank you. They do a wonderful job in Revere and East Boston. I live just a mile up the road in East Boston over here, and we have the wonderful DCR property right behind us over here, the Belle Isle Marsh, Mr. Secretary and Commissioner. I recommend you highly going in there. The staff does such a wonderful job preserving such a great place there. And so again, thank you all for being here. Enjoy the day, and congratulations as well on your graduation. It flies from this point on, kids. Let me tell you, before you know it, you're going to be in high school, and then that's like hitting the fast forward button. So take it all in and enjoy your summer and get ready to work next year. Congratulations.
Thank you. You're welcome, everyone.
Thank you very much, Senator. And next, we would ask Representative Rosalie Vincent to come up and say a few words.
Thank you, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, Secretary Beaton, Commissioner Sanchez, Mayor Rizzo, my colleagues in the legislature, Speaker DeLeo, and Anthony Petroselli. First of all, I'd like to echo the thank yous to not only the Secretary for coming to Revere and announcing this program, but to Governor Baker and Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito. Quite often, it's the little things like planting trees that can truly transform a community, especially in these urban cities and towns. So thank you so much for your thoughtfulness to making Revere a greener place, and thanks for that initiative. I'd also like to applaud our mayor, Dan Rizzo. He's worked so hard to make our urban city greener. He and his administration have made it a priority through thoughtful investments in our communities and in our parks. So thank you, Mr. Mayor. And again, I just want to say thank you to the generosity of the Baker administration. Our city will be able to use this grant to continue to green this urban area. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Representative. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce the newest addition to our team at EEA, but a wonderful addition at that. She's been on the job for 5 weeks and every day continues to impress, and is just a great addition to our team, and someone that I know, given the amount of resources, DCR resources in the city of Revere and in the area, will be spending a lot of time up here. I know she had a great tour around today with the speaker and with the senator, and you know, she's not only a wonderful person, but going to be a wonderful captain of the ship at DCR. So I'd now like to take this opportunity to introduce to you the Commissioner of DCR, Ms. Carol Sanchez.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I'm Carol Sanchez. I would like to first thank Speaker DeLeo and Senator Petrocelli for the wonderful tour of the beach this morning. I truly appreciate it. Thank you to Representative Vincent and to Mayor Rizzo for holding this event today. I'd also like to thank my team at DCR. And I have a question for you. Do you guys know what DCR stands for? It's the Department of, what? Do you want to take a guess? Conservation and Recreation. So in keeping with what Secretary Beaton said, as you go tell your parents and your grandparents all about this program called the Greening the Gateway Cities program, remind them that the DCR, the Department of Conservation and Recreation, is the department that is charged with preserving 450,000 acres around the state. And part of what we do is forestry, and to make sure that we have healthy trees throughout the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I also want to thank you guys and the school who will continue to make sure that these trees grow well. I understand that there will be lessons around the trees, and the children will be helping to grow the trees and nourish them. So I thank you in advance for all of that. And lastly, I'd like to thank the Baker Polito administration for having this commitment to my passion at the DCR, which is conservation. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you to all the speakers and everybody that has participated here. I would like to make one last-minute note of recognition, and that is to our former superintendent and current school committee member who's joined us, Carol Ty. Carol, thank you very much for being here. So she was at the concert inside, and we're out here planting trees. So, you know, but a lot going on here. In fact, we've got a playground build-out coming up here, I think, in the next couple of weeks, which again, you know, we're very excited about. So a lot going on here at the Beachmont School. I'd like to thank, obviously, I'd like to thank once again Secretary Matt Beaton and Commissioner Sanchez for being here and working with the city of Revere toward making our city a greener and more livable place for all of us to enjoy. I'd certainly be remiss if I didn't thank our Speaker Bob DeLeo, and Senator Petroselli and Representative Rosalie Vincent, who, you know, I can't say how much I enjoy working with them as a partner here in the city of Revere. They represent the city of Revere so vigorously in the legislature that the good things that you see, the lion's share of good things you see here going on in the city, would not be possible had it not been for their support and hard work. So we should all be very, very grateful for the work they do in the legislature. And again, the Baker and Polito administration, who campaigned very hard to set the course and set the direction for the state of Massachusetts. They made an awful lot of promises and things that they wanted to see get done here as governor and lieutenant governor, and I can say, as mayor of just one community, I see a lot of that coming to fruition. They have hit the ground running. It was a difficult start. They came in during the worst winter in recorded history and came through it, I think, tremendously. They've obviously shown that they can operate and work under pressure, and they really haven't missed a beat in spite of that. They've kept programs like this going that are benefiting the 351 cities and towns across the Commonwealth. So I'm grateful to the Baker and Polito administration and grateful to everybody here that has helped make this possible. So at this point, these kids, in addition to being the graduating class of 2015, they are here for another reason. They are going to help us plant a tree. So if I could invite all the kids over there to where the shovels are, and certainly Mr. Secretary, you and the rest of our state delegation, city council, if we could work our way back there, we'll plant our first official tree, okay?
Oh, wow.
Okay, so we'll try.
Yep.
And we're going to put it right over there, in that, over where that tree is, right? We're going to try to plant a tree on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yay, all right. Excellent. You want to try putting a scoop of dirt in there? Go ahead.
There we go.
Good job. All right. Nice. Anybody else?
Very nice.
Anybody else want to put a shovel, a scoop of dirt in there?
I was standing right in there. Should I?
Grab the shovel. Let this young guy get into it.
Yeah, we want everyone to be able to put a shovel full of dirt in there.
Maddie, grab a shovel, honey.
Yeah, I think we should give these kids a nice round of applause. Great job.